as investment advice or a recommendation to buy shares in the company featured. Welcome to this Stockbox interview. Joining me on Stockbox today is the CEO of Adavale Resources, Allan Ritchie. Hello, Allan. It's good to be talking to you. How are you?
Oh, excellent, Mark. I've been looking forward to speaking with you.
Yes, it's great to have you on. It's the first time that we're speaking, and I notice on your presentation a big headline: you are positioned for growth in the battery metals space, and your key project is the Kibanga Jirani, which is a nickel project in Tanzania. So I wondered if we could start with a bit of an overview about the company and what you're all about.
Yeah, look, sure. Look, Adavale Resources, we're a junior explorer. And as you pointed out, we're leveraged right now to exploration success. We're focused on our Kibanga Jirani nickel project, and we have our next phase of exploration. It's been continuing for about 3 weeks now in the field, and will continue for another 3 months, where we will be delivering some drilling intercepts. I know the market and investors are looking for intercepts, as are we as a board and management. So we are focused on working across the grounds methodically, but fast tracking towards drilling. I've promised to the market that we'll have some drill holes before the first half. Allow me to over-deliver before the end of June, but I definitely will do it before the end of June sometime. Perhaps a little earlier if possible.
Okay. And your project then, the Kibanga Jirani. Now, I know the word Jirani is Swahili for neighbour. I got that from your presentation. So you're actually next door to a pretty significant nickel project, is that right?
We are. The Kibanga nickel deposit, our neighbour, is the world's largest undeveloped resource for nickel sulfide at 58 million tonnes of 2.62% nickel grade. And the good news is it's about to be developed. The new owners, who have named themselves Kibanga Nickel, have committed to the government of Tanzania in a signing ceremony attended by President Magufuli himself to spend $664 million US. They will be providing associated infrastructure, and we are literally on their doorstep. And so that associated infrastructure will no doubt be of benefit to us and other neighbours in the area. And they will be committing a Class 1 nickel and PGE refinery, 100 or so kilometres down the road, which is, again, quite exciting for us and the whole region. The mineral resource economics for Adavale are significantly changed.
So you managed to pick up this land. You must be quite pleased then that you've got these licenses in next to this Kibanga project.
Well, yes, we are. I'd say, and let's go back about 5 months when a new, refreshed board and management got together, particularly with Tanzanian mine builders on the board. So expats who spent, nearly 3 decades between just 2 of them, living in Tanzania, mining, delivering projects from exploration to first gold pours, such as in the Golden Pride project for Resolute. That's our chairman, Grant Pearce. So not being able to deliver in country to then what we did was focus, knowing the region quite well, having an expectation that this particular giant Kibanga nickel deposit would soon become developed. We began to look at some ground. Now, we had 2 licenses that we inherited 5 months ago, or 6 months ago now. And what we did was acquire data, in particular the UNDP and BHP data. It's a comprehensive package of information that covers geochemical analysis, geochem and airborne electromag surveys. It was a very comprehensive tool for us to then be able to look at all the ground around Kabanga and begin selecting additional licenses. We've added 5 licenses that we applied for. 4 of those recent licenses have been granted, and the most recent one we applied for is still under application. So we now have a portfolio of 7, including the one under application, all surrounding or in a north-northeast line of strike from the Kabanga nickel deposit. We think it's highly prospective, and we're quite confident we're going to bring back some great results.
Okay. So is it fair to say then that you're fairly early stage in this, and what's the sort of historical data like, and where are you at now? What actions are you going to be taking in the short term?
Excellent questions. Look, early stage, yes, we are a greenfield explorer, of course, a junior explorer. Mm-hmm. However, I can't tell you how important acquiring the UNDP and BHP data has been for a junior explorer. Must have left over a year at least of exploration time and cost in being able to select not only the additional licenses, but to target what we are doing on the ground in our exploration activities too. If I could mention that, one of the things we've learned from the big Kabanga nickel discovery next door is that the discovery was led to by noting that there were elevated readings of nickel, but also coincident copper. Mm-hmm. So elevated copper, elevated nickel. Sitting above a mag low, this becomes quite an important vector that begins to tell you, where your ore body might be. A little bit more work, including ground EM, that we will be conducting soon too. But this is the kind of information we could discern from the BHP data. So we've done our initial exploration in November, December, where we came back with elevated readings of nickel and copper, coincident to nickel and copper. We've noted that many of these occurred above mag lows. So we've now focused our current phase of exploration, which has been going on for 3 weeks, mm-hmm. And will continue on these high priority targets where we have the vectors I was describing there of elevated nickel and coincident elevated copper over mag lows. We speak to our geo teams constantly, and we're quite excited about the progress they're making across the licenses. In about, a few weeks, maybe 4 weeks from now, up to 6 weeks, we will have a ground EM crew follow our geos across those particular high priority targets. We'll be able to give them information, give them certain geometries, and enable them to come back with more accurate ideas of where we'd like our EM to target various depth and understand the shape and structure of the ore body below. And then as soon as we can after that, we are in discussions to then have the drilling services teams come out to those particular targets, and we'll be selecting, the highest priority. Obviously, the market wants to hear the shallowest, highest grade intercept, so we'll be working to that in a sensible and methodical manner.
Okay. Well, as you mentioned there, you have hit the ground running. It seems like there has been a fair bit of news and explorations going on right now. So I'm sure people and investors can look forward to seeing the further news flow as it comes in. I wonder if I could just get your thoughts. I noticed on the presentation that you have about 2.3 million Aussie dollars in cash, no debt, and you're an 8 million market cap company, grassroots. At the start, and I take this phrase from your presentation, but I do also agree with you, at the start of a commodities supercycle. So it sounds like you are sort of right place, right time. What's your feeling on that? And what are you looking forward to? What's to come?
Oh, excellent. Well, yeah, I think that's a great lead for me. Actually, we are definitely in the right place and at the right time. I think with the commodity super cycle and the battery metal thematic being very strong, um, it's been advantageous for Adavale. We've been getting the right attention from investors. There is also importantly, though, I should mention the right place. And not only are we in the right place surrounding Kabanga nickel in a very highly prospective nickel precinct, that we're also uh, in Tanzania at a time that is very strong for inviting foreign investment in mining.
Mm-hmm.
And we're seeing this frequently, not only our neighbour, which, a deal that was signed, a framework agreement signed only less than a month ago, but even Barrick of not long back also announced their $250 million dividend for their Twigger Minerals, the gold play that has as its structure a 16% free carry to the government of Tanzania and the rest for Barrick. And this model was replicated again with our neighbour, Kabanga Nickel, 16% free carry and the rest for Kabanga Nickel. And of course, this is the kind of invitation for foreign investments, a nice, stable and repeated platform where, this happens across the African continent. And we're finding that, there is a resurging confidence from miners like us and large scale and small scale miners alike in looking back into Tanzania and seeing there is a stable platform for growth. The invitation of foreign investment is certainly being handed in, and President Magufuli has made quite a good invitation of that. So it's definitely the right place in several respects. As I say, we're the right metal, and it's the right time in our growth phase too, as we're out there exploring and getting very close to bringing some exciting drilling intercepts. I think if you have faith in the right team, we'll be able to deliver on that. And it certainly is a team that has succeeded in its 5 months, bought some great investment from institutions and high net worths alike. We've rewarded them with some good performance, going from 1% or 1.2 cents in 5 months ago to, just around the fives now. We have seen some higher highs, of course, and hope to take that back up again as the nickel price improves and our results keep coming that we announce to the market. So I'm sure we'll be able to deliver.
Okay. And I guess then it is a very exciting time in any explorer's journey to be where you're at right now. What is it you think that investors can watch out for, and indeed you? What are you looking out for in terms of your exploration program and making a discovery?
Well, we definitely like to bring the news flow to the market and to investors. I mean, we're careful about, what we bring to the market. Of course, we don't want to just announce every little thing that we're doing, but we're in a phase right now where we will be drilling within 3 months. We are actually working through our high priority targets. We will be able to give that kind of news flow probably every fortnight or thereabouts, letting our investors know what kind of readings we're getting on the elevated nickel and elevated copper we're looking for, that it's sitting above mag lows, that our tight infill sampling activities are bringing back the right results, that in a few weeks thereafter we'll be able to say what the ground EM guys are uncovering, what kind of depths and shape and structure of ore body we're seeing, and we'll be able to keep informing right up to when we start drilling. And of course, we'll be looking forward to giving immediate observations. Then we'll send the core logs off for analysis and be able to provide that information too. So there's quite a good depth of information flow that will be coming, and we'll be making sure that we let the investors in the market know as much and as often as possible.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Allan. That's Allan Ritchie there, the CEO of Adavale Resources, listed on the ASX. Thank you very much for your time.
Oh, thank you, Mark. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for listening to this Stockbox interview. For more information, interviews and videos, visit our website at stockboxmedia.com or give us a follow on Twitter by searching @StockboxMedia.